We're sitting here in the dark. Here to surprise Mikey bags of money. Mikey sacks of money. Mikey sacks full of money. At the brand new Goodwill here in Vegas on Blue Diamond. Apparently the grand opening was this morning. People waited like 5-6 hours overnight intense to get a $5 off coupon.
I don't think it was that bad.
They got a $5 off coupon.
But they did wait. Mikey waited in line for like an hour and 45 minutes to get in, and he was like the 8th person in line. It's a Goodwill.
He got here at 7:30 p.m. last night and stayed overnight. But he's coming back here to do a live, so we're gonna sneak in and surprise him and see if there's one thing left for us to buy.
Maybe not.
Bye. You can go shop all day and then go over to Las Vegas's finest pizza place, Sbarro. Get yourself a slice. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see what we got.
Hey, Las Vegas, brand new.
Did you come to buy more hats?
Yep. You guys not getting a cart?
It was actually Britt's idea.
I don't push a cart.
It was actually Britt's idea to sneak in here. So how was it camping overnight to get a $5 coupon?
Oh, I didn't have to do that. I came 15 minutes before opening.
But it was a $5 coupon. Did you seriously come back for more hats?
Yeah.
You found 2 hats today that are worth like $100 each?
Oh yeah, those two, yeah.
How were those ones?
Nothing special.
I see him.
Wherever you want, super court. Whoa!
Hey, what?
Katy.
I just spent $84.89. I think I got like 11 things. They'll show them in the hall later after we go to the bins one of these days this weekend, but it'll all be together on one video.
I know.
Look at that fuzzy jacket. You're looking fly, man.
Thank you.
I like it.
have to ask Courtney.
I like it. It's luxurious.
Luxury.
All right, see you tomorrow. What'd you get? Did you get some stuff? How much you spend?
$56.
$56? How many pieces?
That's a whole cartload at the bins.
How many things?
I don't know, like 6.
She doesn't know nothing. She doesn't know nothing. Well, I don't want to say goodbye to Brett. He got stuff I wanted. He stole things I wanted. How much you spend? 91.
Whoa.
Ooh.
91.
You have the record. I spent 85.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see what that credit card number is. Saturday morning. I don't know why I meant like off by a day. I keep thinking today's Sunday. It's Saturday morning. Yes.
Yes.
We did get some stuff last night at the Goodwill, and we'll definitely put at least a couple pieces in our haul. You probably had at least 1 or 2 that are worthy of looking at, maybe?
Maybe 1 or 2, yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2, but we're at the bins. We need to get some more stuff. And there's not, it's 7:55. There's not too many people here yet. It's not too crazy.
It's cold, though. I think there's more people waiting in their cars, to be honest.
That's true, but the parking lot's not full.
Mm-hmm.
It's not full. Anyway, we are going to find everything today.
Yeah. All the things.
All the things. And then we're running errands today. What are we doing today?
Going to buy a new mattress. Very exciting.
Yep. That should break the bank, most likely.
Uh-huh.
And go to the gross out and go into the pet store. Very exciting stuff. But let's go see what they have at the old bins.
What's happening with your eyebrow?
Just one eyebrow?
Both of them.
Best day at the bins ever. Maybe not ever,
Not for me.
but we were in there till like after 11, and I actually had to use a cart. Usually I bring in an IKEA bag, and I can pretty much fit everything in that, even if it's overflowing. This time I actually had to use a cart. I spent $85 from beginning to end, every single rotation. Both of us were getting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I had an excellent time. I'm on like a sourcing high right now. Like, I feel like last weekend it was so mediocre, it just kind of made it feel like a grind.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ugh, can't find anything. But today it was like, I guess last night was First Friday, so a lot of the t-shirt bros were doing that last night. They do like pop-ups and stuff like that. And then today, this morning, they're all out, like a lot of them are at Broad Acres. So it was, for the first like 2 hours, it was super quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like untouched bins and you can almost take your time to go through like 3 or 4 of them by yourself.
Yeah.
So
I got some good stuff too. I got some good designer stuff. And then I got some stuff that's some good, decent vintage. But then I have a whole bunch of stuff that's real dirty that I really have to do a lot of washing.
Real dirty. But you spent over 100, right?
I spent like 101. My average is between 50 and 60 when I'm at the bins. It's almost always like $60, 60 something, you know. And that's usually a full cart. But today it was 100 and it was overflowing today.
I'm like $20, $25. If I have a really good, pretty decent day, it's, you know, $40. So $85 for me, like, ooh, doggy. Yeah.
Big spender.
So we were going to run some more errands. So actually, when we do this video, this haul video, we're definitely going back to the bins tomorrow. It may not be as good, but we're going to hold off on showing you any of the pieces that we found at Goodwill last night, because we have a lot of stuff that we can show today for the haul today. So we're going to show that, and then the next video will be our Sunday bins haul. And who knows, maybe that'll be mediocre, but we'll also show you the stuff that we got at the Goodwill. Anyway, let's go.
All right.
Well, we were about to head home, but we're still riding on the sourcing high. So we decided to come to Deseret Industries and see if we could end this day in disappointment. What do you think?
I'm pretty sure we can easily end the day in disappointment, but, you know, it's only 1 o'clock.
We have a lot of time to disappoint ourselves.
It's true, we do.
All right. We can actually film inside here, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez, what happened in here? What'd you do?
I bought more crap.
Yeah, me too. I don't even think we're going to need to go to the bins tomorrow.
Probably not.
I think we're good. I think we're all filled up for the weekend here. So that means we'll do a haul right after this of our bins finds. And then later in the week, you'll see another haul that will be Deseret Goodwill stuff.
Sure.
How's that sound? Let's go. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I think these are our last 2 haul videos where we're gonna, don't you look at me like that, where we're gonna have our Christmas decorations up. Here, let me move this a little bit here. Anyway, we're doing 2 haul videos, but obviously you're just seeing one now, and the next one's gonna come out in a couple more days, but we're gonna film them back to back here. Otherwise, Vikki just really loves her star sweater.
Yeah, just wear it every day.
Yeah, so listen, guys, this has been an amazing weekend of sourcing. Today's actually Sunday, pitiful day of sourcing at the bins. We pushed our luck a little bit too much.
Yeah, we did.
But
today's we were on a sourcing high from yesterday. We hit like all the places, did great, and then
we got so much stuff.
Not so much.
But today's haul is going to be, for me, it's going to be everything, not everything. It's only going to be highlights from stuff I got at the bins, the Saturday haul. I think you threw in a couple of other things.
Yeah, it's all stuff I got this weekend. So
yeah, she doesn't like to listen. She wants to do what she wants to do.
Does it matter
and that's fine.
Where it came from?
It matters to me. No, it really doesn't matter. But all my stuff is just from the bins. The one day when it was amazing and it was super quiet. And we had a run to the place and it was great vintage. So I think we got some cool stuff. What do you think?
We did. I had a good weekend.
All right. Why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, this one isn't from the bins, but whatever. I have some stuff that we went to Deseret yesterday as well. So I paid $4 for this. This is a designer. It grabbed me because of the label. So I'm almost always going to grab something that says made in France, made in Paris, made in Italy, and if nothing else, I'm going to look up the brand. This is not a brand I was familiar with, but it's Gerard, like Gerard Depardieu, Gerard Darrell, whatever. Anyway, it's just a basic cotton dress. It's gray with bright yellow. And it's super wrinkly, but I only paid $4 for it. It has pockets. I only paid $4 for it. It's cute, it's basic, but this brand sells really high. I think I can get like 75 bucks for it.
What? That's crazy, man.
It was only $4.
All right, first thing I got, probably the best thing I got all weekend. I'm pretty positive. Vikki is not impressed with it. First of all, it is on a vintage tag. It's on this Fruit of the Loom best tag, which usually is early 90s. And I'm pretty sure that somebody just made this, although it's well done. It's not like a crappy, a terrible like iron-on or anything like that. But guys, check it out. Check this out. It's Dieter! It's Dieter from Sprockets! That is Michael Myers from SNL. One of my favorite characters of his. Vikki's probably like, I don't know what the hell that is.
No, I knew it was Michael Myers, but I didn't recognize the character. I think I was well done, like, watching SNL after the 90s.
Yeah. She no longer was amused by anything.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I love Dieter. The shirt makes me laugh. I have no idea what I'll sell it for, but it's awesome. And it's vintage, man.
It is vintage, man. All right. So this was also a Deseret find yesterday, also $4. This is made by probably Montgomery Ward. It does have a label in it. It is a polyester, just a vintage 70s polyester dress. Super cute, navy blue with a white, this is just that double knit polyester with the white skirt. It is small, it has a rear zipper. So this is probably like late 60s into the early 70s. It's very cute, washable. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to wash it, but I could. That's the good thing about the nylon and polyester, super easy to wash. And I'll probably list this for like $65, $75.
Very nice. Next up, guys, let's get a little patriotic. I've got a sweatshirt here. This is on the Tiltex tag. This is a 90s tag, and nice size. It is a little dingy, needs to be washed, possibly bleached. But this one is proud to be an American. But if you look close, it is blinged. Look at that. Look at those sparkles. Those are probably, I'm pretty positive, those are real diamonds. I'm going to take this to a jeweler and get it appraised. But it is blinged out to the max, and it's pretty majestic. So America. I don't know that this will sell for a lot, but I might try to get 30, 40 bucks for it. But seriously, blingity, bling, bling, bling. Proud to be an American.
All right, so these I actually got at the Goodwill on the grand opening day. I paid $10 for them, which is more than I would usually pay for something, but I thought they were a really cute pattern. These are like late 90s, early Y2K. Remember DC skate shoes? They were super popular. The low skate shoes. I just really liked the pattern on these. They're bright teal. They're with cute. Like, yeah, they're women's. They're a size 6, but like some little Avril Lavigne skate goth half emo chick is gonna love these. And some of them sell for quite a bit, depending on which model. Of course, DC still makes shoes. They still make skate shoes. This is just definitely that late 90s, early Y2K vibe of the low skate shoes. I'm going to clean them up a little bit, and I think I'm probably going to list them around 50, 60 bucks.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. I don't get too excited about racing t-shirts or anything like that, but they still do decently. And this is on the Chase Authentics tag. This is a Dale Earnhardt Jr., and it's got a nice big print on the front as well as on the back. And this is actually dated, I believe, 2000. So it is vintage 2000. Nice big size. I don't really know what these are going for right now, but I would imagine I'd be able to get 30 to 40 bucks. If you'll notice, a lot of my prices, maybe saying lower prices than I normally do. It's one of the things I'm working on. As I'm listing more consistently, listing a higher volume, I need to be selling more stuff. I need activity in those different categories, and I'm getting stuff for cheap. So I'm really trying to I'm working on myself, guys. And so I need to be pricing stuff a little bit lower, get it moving a little bit faster, and not be so precious about it. And I mean, come on, it's just a racing shirt. So maybe 30 bucks. I'd be happy with that. Paid less than $1 for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Katy found these for me at the bins yesterday, and I have two. I'm only going to show one. It's the same thing, but they're both fitted sheets, but they're vintage Tasmanian Devil fitted sheets. They're 1990 something. They are tagged Warner Brothers and dated. They're just pretty cool. You guys know I love linens, right? So I've got two of the fitted twin size sheets. Someone will buy them to cut them up. Who cares? Why they buy them, right?
Yeah, no big deal.
But they're
Who cares?
cool. I don't know what I'm going to price them at. I have to take a quick look, only because I've actually never found these. Usually I know off the top of my head what something is worth. These could be, I don't know, they could be worth $75 or they could be worth $7. I haven't checked yet. But obviously I will before I list them, and then of course I tend to list on the higher side, and these will probably sell on Etsy. I do really, really well with linens on Etsy. So
I was really excited when I found the first one, and then like 2 or 3 bins later I found the second one, and I was even more excited, and then I realized they were both fitted, and I'm like, okay.
I know, not a sheet set, but whatever.
All right, so Vikki was finding me a lot of stuff, throwing me some cool t-shirts, and there was so much vintage that was floating around. It was crazy. And there were a bunch of senior games, like the Senior Olympic Games for the old folks. I had a great uncle who used to do all of the senior games, Senior Olympics. And anyway, there were quite a few shirts like that. There were a few that were kind of mediocre. This is the best of the best. It's super cool.
And I found that one.
I already gave you the credit, woman. That was my whole point. Jeez. This is on the King Cotton tag. I haven't seen it before. This is another America shirt. It is a little dingy. Might need to be bleached. I'm not sure. But it's got the front of it. It's just a little small 2002 games. But then the back is where it gets real cool. 2002 games, Nevada Senior Olympics. It's just really cool. I like the sleeves. Very cool look. I'll probably try to get $30 to $40 for this.
Okay, so Katie's a little jealous of this one, but this one is made in the USA. It's probably late 80s. It's on an older Hanes tag. It has the sizing where it gives you the measurements. That's one of the good indicators that it's vintage, but also made in the USA.
I think that's 90s.
Could be early 90s, yeah. So late 80s, early 90s. This is just a white crew neck sweatshirt, but look, it's a Christmas gecko. It looks like the gecko from Geico. It's not. There is an artist name on it, Will Bullas, Bullas. I haven't looked him up. He could be a popular artist.
This is dated 1997.
Oh, see, there you go.
There you go.
My eyeballs are not that good. Anyway, so it has a little bit of yellowing on the neck. I'll probably bleach it. This does look like one that will bleach well, and it's an iron-on graphic, so it won't bleed. And I don't know, I'll probably list it for like $60, unless the artist is somebody fantastic that I'm not aware of, and then it'll be for more. But
yeah. All right, next up, this one is just shy of being vintage, 2005. It's on the All Style tag. Again, guys, I'm one of those a-holes who will still call it vintage, because for a lot of people, especially the youths of the day who are really into the Y2K stuff, 2005 is not that much different. But of course, I put the actual date on it. I'll say vintage Y2K, 2005. And if you're mad about that, suck it. Anyway,
no, she's so rude.
This is Nevada 1000 Miles of Adventure. This is a desert racing shirt. The back is the money shot right here. You can see cool. Right here, Nevada 1000. You got your dirt bikes, your motorcycles, your four-wheelers. Nice little off-roading shirts. Double stitch everywhere, but I'll probably price this to try to get 40, 30 at the lowest end, but I should be able to get $40 for it.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this isn't super old. This is definitely 90s, probably early 2000s. But for whatever reason, animal print is super hot. Again, I don't know that it ever really goes away. It's kind of ebbs and flows in popularity. But this is just a fitted women's blazer, and it's like very soft. It feels almost like it's like faux fur, but it's not quite thick enough to be faux fur on the outside. Shoulder pads, it's lightly structured, and it has a full zip front, which was very late 90s, early 2000s. And this, I wouldn't have been shocked if this had a cachet tag on it. The tag on it is Velino. I don't know what that is. Doesn't really matter. But these tend to sell really well for me. I'll probably price this at like $65, $70. It's not super tiny. And yeah, I'm sure it'll sell. Oh, and added bonus, it had matching gloves in the pocket. Now, they're not really worth anything, but somebody...
Are you going to include them in the listing?
I mean, I might.
Come on!
Different brand, but they were cute.
All right. Next up, I have a twofer. These aren't anything super crazy. It's more about the education on them and the tags. Neither of these have I had before, so I was excited. First off, I've got this Hanes sweatshirt. Now it's dirty, it's super tiny. I can't imagine I'll be able to get more than maybe like $20 for it. I'll show it to you. Real tiny, little kind of gray off-white sweatshirt. I'll definitely be bleaching this. But look at this tag, you guys. Look at this tag. It is a Hanes tag. I'd have to do my research, but I'm guessing this is like 50s, maybe 60s. But what a cool tag. Like, I've seen this logo before, this tag like this, like in pictures, but this is the first time grabbing something like this. Couldn't leave it behind. Didn't want it to end up in a landfill. Like, come on. I'm sure there's somebody out there who will want to pay $20 to get this. Just a really cool little piece of history. And then the other one, this is something that Jesse actually threw my way. This is a members only jacket. You know, it looks like your kind of classic members only. Does not have the shoulder straps, but it does have like little shoulder pads in it. Weird. But I've never seen this tag before because this is actually pre-rainbow. As far as I know, I think that's like a 70s. I'm gonna have to do my research, but I've never seen this one before. I'm pretty sure it's like a 70s members only
Cafe
label.
Racer, like before that, but it doesn't have the straps. It has a
it's got a hood in it. Yep, it's members only, but it says by Europecraft.
And then it has the vented back.
Yeah, so it's like the precursor, I think, to the classic, what we know of as the members only Cafe Racer jacket.
Pretty sure my father had that jacket.
So no idea what this is worth. I don't imagine that it's worth like a lot or anything like that. I just wanted to show you guys that tag because it's my first time seeing it. So pretty cool, and it's in great shape.
So one of the things that's nice about going to the bins, myself as a shopper, is that most people there do not grab the women's vintage stuff, right? There's maybe one or two people and they're not always there. So I don't have a lot of issues with that. But these youngins don't know designers. So if it's not like obviously Gucci or Louis Vuitton and accurate, then they don't really know it, which is nice. It works for me. So this is I grabbed this in the bins just because of the bright color at first, and then I pulled the tag and I saw it's Derek Lam, which is a couture designer, Derek Lam, and then it's 10 Crosby or Crossley. So I haven't looked this up yet, but I should be able to find this exact design, and then I'll have a better idea of what to call it. But it's basically a mesh shirt. It's got a deep V-neck in the front, a deep V in the back, and then it has these tassels on the side that, you know, for design. It's very Y2K/90s, like rave and club wear, but it's actually just designer. And the designing, this designer is very similar to like Valentino as far as some of the styles. So I'm gonna look it up, and once I have it photographed on the mannequin, I'll be able to find, you know, probably the exact name of what line it came from. But if you look up Derek Lam, Crosby in general, you'll see their prices range into the thousands for retail prices. Now, I don't think I'll get that for it, but I think I could get a couple hundred out of it. And it weighed less than a pound, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, next up, I have what I will call a 10 fur.
10 for
so
really? Okay.
there
sit
was
down for this
it's
one
not
then.
going to take a long time, but there was a ton of vintage volleyball t-shirts. Now Vikki grabbed me a couple. I traded a couple of UNLV t-shirts to Jesse for a couple of other ones, and then seriously, they were littered everywhere, and it's like after everybody had gone through bins, I'd go back in and find another one. So it's really cool. So there were a lot of, you know, not ones that weren't like necessarily super exciting. Most of them are from the 90s. I think there were a couple from the early 2000s. These ones are pretty dingy, need to be washed. But just some really fun. They're all like Vegas volleyball tees. Got a cool tank top. This was like the last one I found. Also, I kept finding stuff that people were throwing back, which I was like, come on, guys. I'll take that. But it's just really fun because, you know, not that these like fly off the shelf or anything like that, but for whatever reason,
We all know you love the volleyball,
like
the
beach
skiing,
volleyball stuff.
I found you that one.
Yeah, Vikki found me
That's the
this
best
one.
graphic one, I think.
Are you sure you haven't seen the other ones?
I don't know. It's like neon. I like that. Oh, that was a cool one too.
So these are my favorites. This one's from 1996. It's the back graphic. It's got a stain on it. I gotta wash and bleach this. And then the very best ones, I actually have two of these, and I was really excited when I realized that one of them I got from Jesse and the other one I found myself when I realized they're different sizes, because it can be difficult to do like a double quantity of used t-shirts because you want to be able to show the pictures of both, so it makes it easier when they're two different sizes. But I'll just show you one of them. These are long sleeve, and these ones are from 1995, so they're similar graphic to the other one I showed you, but a little bit different graphic on the back. And
Those are cool.
Yep, these are on the Fruit of the Loom tag. But yeah, these are 1995. So Seriously, I got like 10 volleyball t-shirts. There was another guy who got a bunch of them too. Ridiculous. See, that didn't take too long.
No, it didn't. It wasn't that bad. All right, Katie threw me this yesterday. So this is, I'm going to say this is probably 90s on this one, but it's Jordache. It's not super old Jordache, but I would say probably 90s, maybe even more early Y2K, but this colorway is very 90s. It's kind of like, it's just a basic denim cropped jacket, and it's kind of in this washed or brushed cotton in like a dark teal. So that to me speaks 90s in every way. So I think it probably is 90s. It's not made in the USA or anything like that. It's made in the Philippines, but I know they were selling Jordache around this time at Walmart. They had a collab with Walmart, not a collab, but they were selling at Walmart for a while. I'm not even sure Jordache is still making clothing, but however, it's cute. It's probably a $40, jacket, and I paid like $2 for it.
Nice. All right, seriously, we were hitting every single rotation that there was. The very last rotation, this was sitting in one of the bins. Just all you could see was like this much of it, and I could hear the other guys like kind of going, "Oh, jacket," and kind of looking over at it. And I just happened to be positioned in just the right spot that I knew as soon as we went, I would be able to grab it first. So they said walk, and I went yoink, and I grabbed it. And as soon as I picked it up, I could tell, oh, this is like a skiing, snowboarding jacket. It's got that weight to it. Again, still didn't know anything about it. And then I looked it up, and the brand is, hold on a second, is it 668? Yeah, 686. Sorry, it's really loud.
It is loud.
686. And I looked up the comps and everything, and I'm pretty confident I should be able to get about $100 for it. It's like an artist series. It's got
super dirty.
It's super dirty, but I think I should be able to get it clean. If I'm able to get it clean, then I feel pretty good about being able to get $100 for it. It's a little bit on the heavier side, so I probably paid about $5 or $6 for it. So I was pretty happy, but it was nice to be able to go yoink and get it and know that they were so jealous.
You yoinked it.
Yoinked it.
All right, so this is another find from Friday night at the new Goodwill that opened. These just looked expensive to me, so I grabbed them. They were constantly stocking, by the way, while we were there. I know that that's not going to keep up, but it's nice that they had like 8 people working and constantly stocking. It was a new store, so it was pretty full and pretty busy. But I grabbed these like right as they were putting them out. I paid $10 for them. Now this is a brand that I was not familiar with. I just grabbed them quickly and thought they might have been like the Golden Goose ones or gold something. Anyway, but they weren't. So the brand is Kurt Geiger. That's what they have on the back. They're just this little suede brand, and that's it. They're basically just plain white leather shoes with like a little platform to them. So I paid $10 for them. I think I'm pretty confident that, so one thing, they're missing the insoles, which doesn't mean a heck of a lot. I actually buy insoles, and not where I grab them from the bins when they're in packages, and I just cut them and put them inside and say the insoles have been replaced. If anything else, it makes them more hygienic. So unless someone's buying something to collect them, it doesn't really make a difference in pricing. Just put in some generic Dr. Scholl's or whatever in there. But I think I can get like $75 for these, maybe even a little bit more. I have to do a little bit more research, but they're pretty cool.
Very nice.
All right, I'm down to my last 2 things.
These are actually the very best things I got at the bins yesterday. Are you going to show like your cool thing that the kids were into? We always like it when we find something and the t-shirt bros come over and they're like, "Hey, can I look at that? Ooh, what's that? What do you got over there?" You get a really good.
I'll show it in my next one.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, I grabbed these just because of the look of them. I actually don't know this brand at all, but as you guys know, the whole wide-legged baggy jeans from the 90s, early Y2K are super popular right now. The Janko jeans.
Janko never lost popularity, but
no.
South
Pole's
Pole,
out of control right now.
Academics, Ed Hardy, all the stuff that we were hating on 15 years ago because it was so played out is now back again.
Yeah. And so I just saw these jeans and I was like, oh, those look cool. And so the brand is Miss Keen. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm assuming. And those
are kind of crazy.
They're kind of crazy. So you could see all the different kind of little bits. This is embroidered right here. It's got like lightning kind of effects going down the legs. And
the thing on the back looks like Metallica.
Right?
And it looks like Metallica's logo.
The logo, it looks like Metallica. And then
Ride the Lightning thing.
And then on this pocket, you've got like the skeleton hand doing the devil horns. So it's just
kind of ridiculous.
Really super cool. Good size 40. And they're in fantastic condition. And then look at this. Like, look at even the button it's like a rose with a skull in it. Like, just all the little details are super cool. I looked up, I knew I was going to get them no matter what. I'm getting them at the bins. But then I looked up comps and I was like, okay, there's some pretty decent comps. I feel good that I can get minimum $100. Plus there's the fact that just all the embellishments and the details on this, there isn't another pair like them. They all kind of have, everything is listed, everything has been sold. They all have kind of different things going on. And so that means to me, I could list these for like 200 and hope to get like 150 to 100 for them. And one of the t-shirt bros, younger guys, he's like, oh, those are really cool. And he wanted to look at them. And then he comes up later and he's like, hey, would you sell those? Are you selling those jeans? And I said, actually, I can't sell them to you because I know I'm a seller and I'm gonna be able to get the, at least $100 online. I mean, obviously, if he said I'll give you $100, I would have taken them. But I did tell him, I said, if you want to trade, if you have something that's worth trading, like I would take something that I thought was like of equal value, but he didn't have anything to trade, so it wasn't happening, guys. And then I was telling Vikki that when we went back to the bids today, I was gonna wear these and do my best Steve Buscemi and be like, hey there, fellow kids. She said she would divorce me, though.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would. It's not happening. That's too far. Too far.
Yep.
All right, so I got this at the bins today. Nothing incredibly special about this, but it is made in Stockholm. It is vintage, and this is just a classic vintage fisherman's cap. It is wool, and this is the inside. So it's probably like 60s, 70s. I haven't looked up the brand. The brand may actually make it worth more. I mean, we've only been home for like 45 minutes, so I don't know any more details about it, but I always pick these up. They always sell, and I would minimum price this around $50, but I might price it higher depending on any further research I do. So, but it probably cost me maybe $1.
Nice. All right, my last thing, other than those jeans, this is definitely the most valuable thing that I picked up. And like I said, we went in there, it was super quiet. I was able to look through like 3 full bins before anyone else even came over to the area where I was at. And I got this on the first rotation, and I kind of thought, oh, it's going to be all downhill from here, but it ended up being a great day altogether. But the first thing I saw, and we'll see if any of you out there recognize this at all. The first thing I saw was just kind of this sticking out. And I recognized it immediately because I have been able to get a couple of these. And I was like thinking in my head, please be a derby, please be a derby, please be a derby. And indeed it was. It is Derby of San Francisco. These jackets, it's funny because they have not lost their value over the years that I've been selling. I think the first one I got was back in like 2017, and they continue. If you look at comps, they can go for $300. I feel pretty good that I can probably get 200. I'll take as low as 150, but these are, they're just like a really cool 80s vintage jacket. And they've been able to retain their value for a long time. This one is definitely dirty, but I feel pretty good about being able to clean it up.
You think that's an 80s tag?
Yeah, like late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
Made in Korea. What do you think it is?
I didn't see made in Korea, but yeah, I thought 70s or earlier just because of the big metal zipper and the tag.
I mean, it could be like late 70s, but so I'll probably, put it in their 70s, 80s. But anyway, this is just a highly desirable jacket, and it's continued to be over the years. So I was super excited to find this. And then I got to tell Jesse all about it because he's never seen him before. And I'm like, this jacket right here, very valuable.
Teaching.
Look at me teaching the youths of America. All right, what's your last one?
That's it. That was my last
That was your last one?
That was my last one.
You don't know how to count to 10?
I had like 11 there, and you.
I had 10 things. Somebody do the count and let us know in the comments. 10.
Anyway.
All right. We will see you guys in a couple of days for our next haul video. Bye.